florists and gardeners, welcome back to the podcast When Fake Plants Grow. If you haven't listened to us already, you've just stumbled upon, then it's a Colchester-based podcast where you've got your host, me, co-host, me, and featuring me. But today I have got a guest, actually. His name's Oli Chapman. You might remember him from the second episode, which was last year.
Yes.
Last year,
yes,
around December. Yes, it was. Last year.
God.
Yeah, a year flies by, doesn't it, when you're doing nothing. When you're doing nothing, it's a lot of fun. So what's in the world of Oli Chapman at the moment?
What's in my world at the moment? I'm kind of like in between stuff.
In between
like projects and stuff, and trying to find out what I really want to do.
Is it like a rock and a hard place, or is it literally just like what I want to do and where I am?
What I want to do and where I am. It's like, there's no rock involved.
Let's repeat each other for about half an hour.
There's no rock involved, like.
There's no rock involved, but there's a hard place.
There's
I want to get to, yeah.
So yeah, still trying to do stand-up comedy. I did a gig just before Christmas in Sudbury, and the guy recommended me to another place, and I'm going to get paid to go there. So that's quite exciting. That's going to be That's going to be the end of February. So that's really exciting.
That is cool.
I'm doing early February. I'm doing a gong, which is
a gong.
Yeah, so it's at a comedy store. And
that's cool.
So basically what happens is you've got material, whatever you do, your set, whatever you do, sketch, set, whatever, you do 5 minutes, and if people like you, they hit the gong, and
that's cool.
You're through.
That's cool.
And then I'm doing another one, which is called at the Greek in London, which is in February as well, and
I've heard of that, at the Greek.
Up the Greek, something like that. I looked at it online, and it's something like, you just gotta see if you can survive and like not get heckled and stuff. It's one of those, and it's quite good fun. It looks quite good fun. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm always planning to do other gigs, but I'm kind of like in between like jobs at the moment, so I'm trying to sort that out before I plan gigs and go too far.
Because right now you're at Fenwick, yes?
I am
doing shoes again.
I am doing shoes.
What is it with you and shoes?
It's just easy money.
It's easy. Shoes is easy money. I mean, everybody needs a pair.
Everyone needs a pair.
That's good. There's supply and demand, really.
There is a supply and demand. So yeah, that's my stand-up sort of stuff.
I'm looking at the Up the Creek thing now, and it looks really cool.
Do you want me to carry on speaking, or do you want to? Should we just have a moment? A moment of reflection.
Interrupting? No, carry on. I'm just.
So I'm currently writing a few sketches at the moment. I believe Did I send you some?
Yeah, you sent me a sketch. The vegan crocodile.
The vegan crocodile.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I was reading that whilst I was at work as well.
So yeah, I've been writing sketches. As people say to me, how do you come up with these ideas? And
how he's funny.
Yeah.
How do you come up with these ideas? How he's genius, man.
So it's I get that a lot.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
When I pour a good drink there, how do you make it like you just watched me make it? It's magic. Yeah.
No, but some of the ideas, I don't know how I do it. It's
just me. What?
It's just me.
There's no arrogance involved. I don't know how I do it. I'm just funnier than you.
We could edit that bit out. So some of the sketches. So I did this. A lot of it's just like experience and looking around and finding bits and pieces that I would find funny.
Yeah, because the thing is, usually it's like taking something so mundane and just making it funny.
Yeah.
Like a vegan crocodile. It's an interesting scenario.
Yeah, like to all his mates, they want to go down the creek and like eat tuna and stuff, but he's just quite happy.
He's just kale.
Just get like a lovely little lentil.
Jamie Oliver Cook. Jamie Oliver, his lesser known brother.
And then I'm working on other sketches. I'm trying to build up like a portfolio.
Yeah.
And then I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably send it off to people.
Mm-hmm.
Probably send it to you first. See what you think of it. Yeah, maybe you can nick them and then
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I can nick him when I become a very
I
famous
didn't really
comic,
mean to sound. And now I just thought about it. I did sound really arrogant then, and I really am sorry.
No, it's great. That's the great thing about podcasts. You can listen to it back and think, "What an idiot I am." But it's cool. It's fun.
No, sorry. I did sound a bit arrogant there, but it's just like.
Alex is doing sketches, you know.
Is he?
He's been doing sketches. He sends me them on Instagram, and some of them are actually really funny. There's this one sketch I want to talk about, but I don't know if I should, in case you nick it, because you're stand-up comic. But his sketch was about it's about this guy. So like we were talking about it on the way. We were walking home as well, and we just kept on like taking it through different avenues.
Yeah.
So it was mainly about this guy who's a police officer who, whenever he gets called up on something like, hey, you turned up late for work, he always hands in his gun and badge. Like, you know what, fine. And he gets it all out and gives it to him. But I was like, what if it was like any job? Like, he's just like any job. Like, say he worked at Phoenix in the shoe shop. Like, hey, you missold a pair of shoes the other day. He's like, alright, gets out gun and badge. Like, where'd you get this?
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's quite cool.
He's got a whole list of them as well. I don't know, because he's doing films, so he wants to do like a sketch show.
Well, that would be cool.
But at the moment, he said he was writing. Well, no, he's got this project where he's got to think of a Channel 4 documentary or a documentary type show for Channel 4.
Yeah.
And he had a really good idea. It was kind of like Richard Ayoade's Travel Man.
Yeah.
Except it was about celebrities / stand-up. It was mainly stand-up comics, I think, going abroad with 2 or 3 different people and just getting pissed.
Yeah.
And just getting drunk.
That's cool.
I know, it was a good idea, because I was like, yeah, I mean, like...
Because the trend at the moment is go away with either your mum and dad and go around the world. What's his
name? What's his fucking name? The comedian I don't like.
Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall. I don't like him,
so
man.
he does that. I think Russell Howard's doing it with his mum.
Ramesh Ranganathan.
Did it with his mum.
Ramesh Rangan, I don't find him funny anymore.
Do you not?
He just hates his kids.
Yeah,
exactly. It was like he was on fucking Jeremy Oliver's show with that other guy who nobody cares about when they're at the end of the pier.
Was it?
And they have like celebrities, actors. And these are like
Jamie
big
Oliver and
actors as well.
Jimmy's Farm.
Yeah, someone like that.
Was it Friday Night Live or something?
Yeah, it's like Friday Night Dinner or like that. No, not that, but anyway. Not that show. But yeah, it was like that, and they have pretty good fucking actors come on it. But I was talking to my sister. She was like, "Oh, look, Ramesh Ranganathan's on it." And I was like, "Yeah, he just talks about how he hates his kids." First joke he made, "Oh, it's better than having kids." There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's his whole set done. But
I like him.
I liked him before, but
I really like
once you've seen one set, you've seen them all, to be honest. He's just talking about how he's vegan and how he hates it and how he hates his kid. But yeah, Russell Howard, I don't know what he's doing at the moment. I thought he became pretty much irrelevant after Good News was cancelled. You have to cover your mouth like he's listening. Like, oh, he's not hearing this, is he? No.
If he does, though, like...
If he does...
He's coming after you instead of me. And I'm happy with that.
I don't give a fuck, but it's cool. I'm not bothered about Russell Howard. He was funny back when I was in school.
And now you're older.
And now I'm older. I've refined my taste in comedy. Mickey Flanagan, I think, is quite funny.
He is funny. They're all funny.
I remember I had a huge argument with Alex about Mickey Flanagan.
Yeah.
Because we were like, it was like, Mickey Flanagan is not white. Like, he wasn't talking about like white. He was talking about his skin color. Like, if he's actually white.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, what? Do you think he's like from somewhere else? He's like, no. I just think he's not white. I actually, I don't think he's British. I think he's not white. And I was like so dumbfounded but he was so convinced that he was right that Mickey Flanagan's not white.
Yeah.
That I took to the internet trying to figure this out. Is Mickey Flanagan white? Nobody's asking this question on the internet either, so Alex is just in his own world about it. And we actually never got to the bottom of it, so to be honest, nobody's right yet.
Nobody's
right. I don't know if anybody else thinks Mickey Flanagan's white, but I definitely do. Do you think he's white?
I wouldn't like to
You
answer.
you could settle the argument right now if you just say, yeah, I think he's white, so
I
I'm not
think-
an idiot.
Yeah, he is white.
There you go,
Right.
then. That's settled.
Right.
I'll message Alex after this as Ed saying I had a great time on the podcast without him and settled an argument that's been going on for about half a year. Yeah, half a year. Yeah, half a year. That's how long our arguments last. It's like we bring it up. We'll bring it up at some point. We'd be drinking. We'll bring it up, man. Get nights out with that loser. Loser. Such a loser at Brighton. I mean, he's a uni student.
Yeah.
You were a uni student
Back in the day.
back in the day.
For 3 months.
Yeah, it's like you were a footballer. You could look back on that and say, "Oh, I played for a team back in the day. See you later."
Got a few girls then.
Scored a few goals. Not
Yeah,
George Best.
Yeah.
Not George Best.
Not amazing, but
Not amazing.
did
but
a shift,
alright.
like.
Did a few shifts back in the day. But yeah, have you got any tips for him?
What, at uni?
Yeah. To be honest, actually, I think he's been there longer now than you.
He's broken.
He's broken the what would you call it? He's broken the marathon.
He's broken the Oli Chapman wall.
Oh yeah.
Because I regularly I get this text if I've like met someone. So last year when I worked at a children's activity centre and a few people working just over the summer, and then they'd message me. I'll be like, "Oh, how's uni going?" And then they would say, "Oh, I've just done an Oli Chapman," which would mean they left and. Now they don't know what to do with their lives.
Yeah,
which is really good. And they'll probably be here. I can visualise them doing something like this in 2 years' time.
Oh, wait a minute. It was just, you were doing so well until the end of that sentence.
Like doing a podcast, doing something really creative.
Yeah.
Saved it.
That's an Oli Chapman, is it?
Yeah, that's an Oli Chapman being creative.
That's cool. No, that's alright. I mean, I'll be a uni student. God, I hope I don't do an Oli Chapman.
There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Nothing wrong.
We all do stupid stuff in our lives.
What's the stupidest thing you've done? Hard-hitting questions. Give me this. Apart from that, what's the stupidest thing you've done? Actually, that was probably the smartest thing you did. But anyway.
What's the stupidest thing I've done?
To be honest, I really want to name a few.
What do you want to know?
But I can't. That's the thing. Because in college, it was always like you were just funny.
What's the stupidest thing I've done?
It was probably like back before college.
I think one gig I tried to.
Oh, a gig.
I tried to out heckle a heckler, which is like the hardest thing to.
What?
So this guy was heckling me,
Yeah.
and I thought, I'm not having this.
Yeah.
I'm a 19-year-old. I'm not having this. I'm plucky. I'm ready for the challenge.
Yeah.
And me being this naive, inexperienced comic as such, I tried to just go back at this old man.
Yeah. Oh God, he was old.
So he was this elderly man. I think he was just looking for a shout out. And
fucking old man.
And I tried to just tell him that I wanted to finish my set and then he could shout at the next person.
Yeah.
But he wanted to carry on shouting at me, which I found really hard.
Yeah.
Because I was like, let me finish my story. Yeah, I was like, let me finish my story. I don't come to wherever you work and shout at you.
Yeah. Slap all the neighbours' cocks.
I asked what he did. He was a scaffolder, so.
Oh, of course he was.
Yeah, so,
of course he was.
So like he was so I thought, in my head I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back up to London. I'm gonna find him and start shouting at him and see if he likes that.
Oh, we good.
Oh, you lifted that pole? Oh, you do that really bad, don't you, mate? In my head, that's what I wanted to do, and then
the tiles aren't asymmetrical, sir.
And then I thought, no, I'm not gonna go up to his level. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
So no,
did he leave it in the end? Did he carry on heckling other people?
Yeah, no, he carried on heckling people. I think he got told to leave or told to. I mean, he went to the bar and got another beer. That made him more rowdy.
That's the thing.
The organizer tried to sort it by giving him another beer, and I was like, "That's so dumb."
A lot of people do that. I've noticed that even at bars. Like, if a customer has a problem, then apparently to calm them down, get them another drink.
Fuel them more.
I don't know. Yeah, it's strange.
So yeah, but that was probably one of the stupid. I've done like dumb stuff on a night out, but everyone's done that.
Everybody's done that.
So I'm not gonna say what I've done because that would be.
Oh, I know one story of you on a night out because I remember in college it was that's what everybody was talking about the next day.
Oh yeah.
You remember the one?
Yeah.
Your neighbours are cool, aren't they? But yeah,
Anyway, so
no, yeah. Old people though are fucking dumb, especially when they've had a few drinks.
Yeah,
because I've noticed this. They love talking about themselves.
Yeah, they even like. So I get it. So when I did this gig in Sudbury, they were very. I had like this guy who the lead comic decided to call him Billy Connolly. Like he had long grey hair. That was the only thing he had going for.
Scottish though.
No,
he had long grey hair. Looked like a discount Gandalf.
Yeah. No, he was lovely, and he was just like he did heckle, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Because he was the kind of heckler that was just like, I want to encourage.
Oh yeah.
So like, I understood that, and I was just like, cool. And like after my set, he came up to me. He was like, "Can I buy you a drink?" I was like, "No, I'm fine." But because I was just
you declined.
I declined because I was like, no.
That's a
school night.
That takes a very strong person to decline a drink.
Yeah,
especially from Billy Connolly himself.
I'm kind of like when I perform or whenever I work and stuff, I kind of not really like drink.
Do you go many nights out anymore?
No. Only when. No, not really. I have to be selective.
Oh, because you got a girl now, yeah.
I do.
You got yourself a bird. You got a nice bird. What's the name, Sean?
Yes.
Yeah. How's that? How's it going?
No, it's good. It's good. She's in Loughborough studying, so she's really she's supportive of me, and I'm supportive of her. So like, if I do go on a night out, it'll probably be with her and her mates, or she'd come down.
Do you get along with her mates?
They're
not snaky, are they?
No, they're fun. They understand my like humour.
Oh, that's good.
Which is always good because like I think when I first went up there, she had to explain to them that you might not get him straight away.
Yeah.
So like for instance, it was raining on a night out, and I'd had a few, and I shouted out Lorraine Kelly. And our best mate got it straight away. And I thought, you know what? That's top.
I wouldn't say that's a good representation of your set.
No.
I get I see your comedy. Like, Lorraine Kelly.
Yeah, Lorraine Kelly.
That's classic Oli.
That's classic.
Out when it's raining.
So I've been telling stories. They always ask like, what's he up to and stuff, what's he doing, which is
that's nice. Really nice.
So they're all really supportive. And then I said I was writing sketches, and I send Sean the sketches. Even though
I noticed that when you sent me
I send loads of people.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. Cause
it is nice, because that keeps everybody in the loop.
Yeah, because...
It makes me think that I'm not the only person with your feet on my shoulders, with your whole career, just trying to push you up there, like, like, there's the gold standard of you at the Apollo, you go, And
I did, so, what was he saying? So, I'm writing a play. Should we talk about that?
Yes, that's...
Because you're into playwriting.
I mean, I'll be studying now. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. What was the title? It was so good.
Define Funny.
Oh, yeah.
And we did it in sync.
I fucking love that. I love that title.
God, that could be viral.
I could... You know what? I'll edit that bit. I'll edit some Define Funny, put like a thing on it, like, or like applause or something like that. But yeah, I really love the title. Talk about the play, though, so... Have you got a synopsis, or...
So basically, it's...
So a synopsis is a brief...
Synopsis. So it's... How to describe it? Like, it's quite easy to describe. It's about a young comedian who's trying to find his way in comedy, and he has loads of hitbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, it goes through, like, starting in college, him being quite a lonely, like, sort of person, and then it develops into him finding out his true self. But the thing that I enjoy most about what I did or what I'm doing is that I made the main character into two.
Yeah.
So I've got an actor who acts out his story live, and then I've got a narrator who's at the side with the audience, and he kind of like fills the void in between scenes, and like he is the stand-up comedian in this whole thing.
Yeah, you see, that's a really interesting character, like, narrative in itself, to have somebody who's the same character and then have somebody who's like an actual stand-up comedian, like, who actually knows the jokes and they've got the one trying to be it. That's a very interesting dynamic.
So that, and I've put in a lot of what I would call like, it's really personal to me. Like, it's like, I remember I sent it to a few friends, and I think they just replied being like, "So you're writing a play about yourself," and like it kind of
That's
is.
the first thing I said.
Yeah, and it kind of is about me, but I've chucked in like other like storylines.
I mean, that's gonna be like the first few plays anybody writes. It's always gonna be about themselves, but like it's nothing to do with like. Obviously, we know you're arrogant as hell from what you said earlier. But
where did I make it up?
Where did I get it from? I'm writing plays, I'm writing jokes, I'm writing sketches. Where does it stop? These are funny. But yeah.
It's just a bag of endless. It's like in Harry Potter with Hermione when she just pulls out random stuff. I'm just like
random stuff. I've got jokes, sketches. Yeah. No, that's a good comparison actually. But
God, I'm arrogant.
But it's good though. It's good to be arrogant. If you're a comic.
So yeah, and the play is like I've been working on it. Like I had like last night because I was stuck with this with a scene, and like I just had a moment of wow, I'm gonna just do that, and I stayed up to the early hours in the morning, and I was like, I looked at the time, I was like, oh, it's 3:00, but I've done like so much.
Yeah.
And it's something like I am really passionate about because I feel like in the UK, like there is like this market of young comedians coming through.
It definitely is now.
Nowadays, there is that opportunity because there's clubs or bars around the country that give opportunities to young comedians. And
unfortunately, Colchester hasn't got a great comedy scene at the moment.
Yeah, which is quite frustrating because I really want to do like a home.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You'd think in the town as big as this, because obviously we've got like jazz club. We got a new jazz club.
Yeah.
Like that could have been a great comedy room. Obviously, Through Us Monkeys, they do sometimes some comedy nights, but they don't land at all.
Yeah, so I kind of want to find somewhere in Colchester to perform one day. I don't know what I would do with this play after I finish with it. It's kind of one of those that I may. I kind of.
Is that what you're writing at the moment?
Yeah.
That's just all right. So that's your like.
That's
vocal drive.
This is like what I really want to do, and it's like.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to, because it's not like an amazing piece of like literature. It's nothing like that. It's just.
Well, it's a passion project.
Yeah, it's one of those that if it ever got put on, which hopefully it would, that you would come watch and it would be something you'd go.
You think, how does he do it?
How does he do it? And like I'm reading about him online, and he's quite a special guy. I understand that
he colour coordinates his jumpers with his shoes. I mean, like it's all good.
FYI, I'm wearing yellow.
Yeah, and you're wearing a classic. How do you even LS?
As I said to my mother, she was like, "How do you pronounce that?" And I said, "Esme."
Esme.
Yeah. So.
Never mind.
So. I was
just about to say something I shouldn't have said, so I was going to leave it there. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
So yeah, the play. I just really want to finish it this year, and then. To be honest, it's something I could see personally if it was put on right and in the right way.
Yeah.
Somewhere at the Fringe would be like.
Oh my god, yeah.
It would be a bit like, I feel like, because you read a little bit of it, you read like the start, and it's not going to be. It's not a long piece. It's quite like short, snappy.
Not at all, but that's like where it could be like episodic, like episodic theatre.
So it's just like, and also. There's a lot of references to my stand-up throughout it, which is quite good fun.
Yeah, but that's good though, because that means that it's a lot. Well, it's a lot more about you as well, because your set is quite is personal. I haven't heard it recently, so I'm not sure how you refined it.
I've kind of
what the new stuff is, because I haven't heard it.
So the new stuff is basically my time when I worked at this children's outdoor centre.
Oh, PGL.
Yeah, so PGL, where I went there for a bit, and I did gigs there, and that was really good fun. I remember like the first time I did it, I was like, I'm gonna do it because like we've got this little like stage sort of area, and there's a mic, and I can.
Was this with the other like team leaders or?
Yeah, no. So I did a gig where I just did my own stand up, and I did a few of them, and that was really good fun. I got to show what I could do. So the first gig I did, I made it all about PGL. I made it really personal about that,
cool.
And they loved it.
Can you tell about your own PGL experience?
What?
When you went, or did you go to PGL back in the day? I don't know.
I did. I don't really talk about that. I talked about like from working there. Which is quite interesting. It's quite like a hard balance to like. I don't want to annoy people because like I don't want my boss to be like,
exactly. You don't
But
want
then,
him to be bitching about it,
but they took it as like a pinch of salt and a lighter side, and like, and then I did other gigs where I made it more about me, and then I did a Taskmaster thing at work, and that was amazing. That was probably
fun.
It was one of the highlights of my year last year.
Yeah.
So me and my two close mates, Tom and Hamish, we decided we wanted to run a Taskmaster. If you've not seen it, it's a fantastic show on Dave with Greg Davis and Alex Horn, and they do several challenges, and we did that with our leadership team.
That's cool.
So I was just like, I really want to get them involved and create like a nice morale around the company, like, and I did it, and it was really good fun. So, and I had like other helpers who did challenges, and they filmed. So everything was filmed, and we did a live show, and we ranked everyone. And so this was
so actually it was really well thought out there.
We went to the local pub, and we were like
the local pub.
Yeah, it's called the Horseshoe.
Classic.
And we were just sitting there, and because we were kind of like I think summer had just finished, or it was getting near the end of the season, and morale was quite low because people were like, I'm really tired, blah blah blah. And I kind of just wanted to give something back, and also it keeps me busy because the job was getting a bit tedious of just doing like ropes activities or the same sessions with children. So I wanted something to keep me busy and keep me like mentally like going. So I decided to do it, and we were sitting in the pub, we were talking about different ideas about how we wanted to give back. And then it just came about. I wrote down the word Taskmaster, and we'd been watching it, and they were like, yeah, let's do it. And one of our friends, Kate, was a media student, or had done a documentary of such, and she was very talented with a camera and stuff. And we had phones.
Oh,
and
you documented it?
Also, like she did documentaries. She's done documentaries.
Right.
And she's filmed it. I think she's got loads of like tapes and stuff.
That's cool.
So I don't know if she'd ever put them up. She might do. And like people had filmed, because we had to do. One of the challenges was get this bucket far away. You have 2 minutes. Your time starts when you touch the bucket.
Yeah.
So we worded the challenges really well. One of the challenges was get this ball to the top of the climbing tower quick as possible. So we gave them like equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then
what were the most interesting challenges you did on there?
So we did
there's so many cool Taskmasters where the fun ass challenges come.
Yeah. From. So we did three like live like video challenges. So we did. The first one, get this bucket far away as possible. So we had a bucket and we put loads of rubbish in it, and all we had to do was empty it and run away, or you get someone to put it in a car and drive away, as someone did, because it was worded really well. And then one of the challenges was get this ball as high to the top of the climbing tower as quick as possible. Yeah. And the time starts when you blink. So one person.
So they could like go up there and then blink when they're up there, or
one person, this guy Ben, he literally closed his eyes for the whole thing, and he thought out how he was going to do it, and like picked up the ball and got helpers and like
you see, yeah.
And then there was another, and the last challenge was how many buckets would fill up like our activity store, so where we keep all the equipment, and like the answer was written behind the board, and we said you could use anything in the store. And one person asked, like the Alex Horn character, which was Tom and Hamish, and Tom was standing in the shed.
Invigilate the whole thing,
and Tom was just standing in the shed, and Sylvia, her name was just like, so Tom, what's the answer? And he was like, yeah, I could kind of tell you because I'm standing in the activity store. She kind of clocked it like that, and that was really good.
That's interesting. Wow,
and
that's a lot of fun. It's always about thinking outside the box.
Yeah, so that was really good fun, and like we did a leaderboard and stuff, and we did a prize task.
That's cool.
So it was bring something that means PGL to you that's not PGL branded. So it doesn't have any brand of PGL on it. Right. So we got different stuff. So someone brought in a clock to say what time dinner. It says what time dinner is, and it was a wooden clock they made.
Oh, that's
because everyone asked what time dinner is. Yeah. Someone brought in a minion because it was blue and yellow that represented the colours. Someone brought in a golf bag because the site used to be a golf place or like a golf course.
Where was it?
It was East Sussex, so it was Windmill Hill. What else happened? Someone brought in like this jacket. Someone went for like a gag sort of thing and brought in like a jacket potato with cheese and beans and said it was better than the food, which was quite funny, and I respected that. Someone brought in a picture of themselves with their number and they said, call me anytime. I respected that. And then, because my girlfriend was away at uni, as I thought, and someone planned a month in advance to be like, right, I'm gonna bring you in, and they like surprised me and brought my girlfriend to the stage.
God, that's nice.
So they like,
that must have been a lot.
and she was like, I can't do it anymore, Ollie. It was a month, and she was like, it was getting to me. It was getting to me. So it was quite. That was
liar. What a liar.
Yeah, she was like, I'll never do that again. So yeah, that was really sweet. And then we did a live task.
Oh yeah, because usually at the end of the show they do a live task with the audience watching or something.
So we did a live task of like spaghetti. I got them to spell out the place Windmill Hill
with spaghetti,
with like spaghetti letters.
Yeah.
But what we had to do was like write it out using the tomato sauce. I was just like use this spaghetti.
Oh, use the spaghetti to make up. Yeah.
Okay. So they all did it in their own way. It was good fun. And then we pranked one of the contestants. You know, there's always. So I texted him a week or two before and was just like, this is a task from the Taskmaster. You have to send me erotic text messages every day.
Every day for a while.
For a week.
For a week.
Yeah, okay, and I got some absolute corkers.
Oh yeah, because I remember all these challenges from. They were like these. Yeah, these are. Some of them sound like they've been pulled directly from just. Yeah.
Some of them were like spun, and some of them I just was just like, that would be funny. We also did an inanimate object challenge, which we had to get a photo that represented them as an inanimate object, which they did on the show.
Who was the Taskmaster?
Me.
Oh, that was good. That's good.
I wrote the challenges, and then I kind of went, okay, I kind of want to be Greg, and they're like 100%, and then they were like, we'll be Alex, and we'll do all the camera work. You can just, and it was quite hard because I was like, what's going on? Because they did it when I was like, I think we got like holiday and stuff, and I was like up there, and they were like, oh, we want to do it, and I was like, okay, cool, and I was just sitting in my room, and I was working on other stuff, and like, I was quite bored, and I was like, I walked in, and they were like watching it and watching all the bloopers and stuff. And I walked in and they're like, get out! And I was like, I'm sorry. So yeah, that was really good fun.
So what, like, this one thing I want to know is, like, I went to PGL way back in the day. We went to Weymouth. This is primary school.
You went to Weymouth?
Yeah, Weymouth PGL.
What's that one?
Oh, look at you.
I'm trying to work out what it's called.
How long were you doing it for?
Just 10 months?
10 months?
10 months.
Jesus. Yeah, because I remember when you left.
February to November, something like that. Yeah, 10 months.
When you left, yeah. God. Because nobody heard anything.
Yeah. Because I just left.
Yeah, because you literally just... I mean, obviously I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But then it was just like, poof, see you later.
Yeah, because I was literally like, I got chucked into this training course and got taken to site. And it was quite like... At times it was quite lonely. Yeah. Because I didn't really know anyone. And then, like, you start chatting to people and you're making loads of friends and you're going out, you're doing this, you're planning to do like fun activities and stuff. That's where I met my girlfriend Sean, which was quite fun.
Sean. Oh, no point in saying the last name. Who cares? So what I was gonna say was for PGL, for kids to go there, it can either be great or bad. For me, it was a lot of fun. I remember just fucking around. Actually, no, I remember doing one challenge. It's like you climb up this pole, this big ass pole. You climb up and you gotta get on top of it, and then you gotta climb back down. It's just like a singular pole with like spikes sticking out of it. So I did that, and I remember going up to the top of it and then crying because I couldn't get back down.
Okay.
I cried there for about 2 minutes. You get that a lot. You get that a lot. A lot of children would cry. A lot of children. So you get like. You would get I don't want anybody bullying me for that because you can fuck off because I was about like 11 years old and I think anybody would cry if they're in that position. I'm not Spider-Man or anything. I can't just... I had harnesses, yeah, sure, but I was a big boy, you know, and I had to like depend on these adults who like holding me, and these are adult teachers that I hate and they hated me as well. I didn't trust anybody at PGL. So, anyway, carry on.
So yeah, you'd get people from all different backgrounds, all different situations,
different schools,
different like needs, different what. Like it was complete. Every group was a complete different thing. And it was great. Like if you looked at it like that, but so like during the term time, you get school groups that come in for like a week and do like a residential. You got teachers, and that's good fun. Like, teachers are great. You either get the nice teachers that are like, yeah, we're really supportive, or you get the grumpy ones that are just like, drown that kid.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you get that sort of thing, and I talk about that in my stand up. And then you get like kids over the summer that just come on their own, so like they may need. So that it might be their holiday for such as their summer holiday, which is quite nice, and they do like a week and they do all the activities.
But that's good though, because they actually want to be there.
Sometimes they want to be there. Sometimes their parents just take them there because their parents need a break, or they're in foster care or whatever.
Yeah,
so like,
kids, man.
so like, it's like hard. It's like you get loads of different situations like that.
Foster care, Jesus.
So you get
the dumping ground.
So you get those kids that like, I actually don't want to be here. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, and it's like,
how do you negotiate that? Like with them, do you just try to?
You just try and take their minds off things, and like you don't
see a lot. You sort of like doing like. I'm not going to say sports therapy, but it's like trying to figure out these, because obviously you've got different kids in different terms.
Yeah, you're just trying to like help them along the way and try and get them through the week and try and make friendships and like.
But
it's hard. Like it's hard because like children are children at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like they can either make friends or they don't want to know anyone, and it's like it's hard because you need to find that balancing act, and you need to support them, and you need to. Make sure they're eating. Make sure they're like the hygiene.
Make sure they're eating. What are these babies? They forget.
No, but like no, a lot of children like might not want the food. They might be like,
and you're like, oh, good, but you don't know when your next meal's gonna come. You look them directly in the eyes.
You've got to be like, make sure you're like they're eating. You got to check, make sure they're like.
Fucking eat it. Yeah.
No, but
fucking eat it.
You can't swear at a child, Tom.
Oh yeah.
And then
eat it.
And then you've got to make sure they're like
or else.
Sorry, you just got to make sure like their basic needs are.
You see, I could never work with children.
You've just proved that just now.
No, I literally, because the thing is that like, especially when you're in PGL, because yeah, sure, you gotta be friends with them, but you can't get too close to them, man, because. It's children, man. That's the thing. Like, you've always worked with children, and if ever you turn out to be a paedophile, it was all coming, man. We were all fit. How did we not see this?
I don't really want to talk about this on your podcast.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it from that situation. If you ever did turn out to be a paedophile, man.
Cheers for that, Tom.
That's right. But if you ever did, it's like all of us will be like, how do we not see this coming? But but PGL.
Yeah, so that was a fun experience, and now I'm on to doing other stuff. Like everyone knew like I wanted to leave and do like comedy and write stuff, and they were like, yeah, and that's cool. And they're like, we'd have you back whenever. And I was like, yeah, cool. But like it was long hours. I didn't get much time. Like I didn't get much time off, and it was hard. And now I'm like. I always look at it and it was a fun experience, and I've got a great experience from it, and it looks quite good on my CV, and I've got loads of cool stuff, and I got trained in cool stuff. So that's fun. Yeah. And now
it's a lot of education you've been doing. Well, not education, but
a lot of training, training.
Yeah. Yeah. It keeps you fit as well.
Yeah. So you have to do that, and now I had a New Year's plan I decided to sign up for a half marathon.
I saw that on your Instagram. So what's all that about?
I
know what marathon is, but I mean, like.
So I'm doing a half marathon.
I do them.
So I'm doing in May. I'm going to do the Leeds half marathon.
Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, that's where my sister lives, and like all my family was sitting around at Christmas, and my mum was just like, because all my family are like into running and stuff, and they're like, why don't you do it? And then I was like, I'll sign up. So I'm writing a blog at the moment about that. I'm trying to do like a weekly sort of blog and tell people what I'm running and.
Where are you doing it? Or like website? Are you doing a website or just posting it on the Facebook page?
I'm doing a website. I'm doing it on, is it WordPress.com?
Oh, you're doing it on WordPress.
Yeah. So it's quite good there.
What's it called?
It's something
Get up so you can like do a plug-in.
Yeah, so it's good. So I talk about like swimming. Like, I go swimming a bit. I do a bit of running. Like I have to do running.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've only just started recently getting back into my running.
And then I said, I was wearing these old Converse, and a lot of people said I couldn't wear them because they had damaged my feet.
A lot of people.
So my blog is called, and this sounds really cheesy, and it is, but that's a lot about me. Oli Chapman, The Road to Glory. Yeah. The first blog which I posted last week was get rid of those muddy Converse. Yuck.
Yeah.
And the next one I think is something about a plan. So I need to plan. I got told I need to plan like a routine of when to go running, and make sure you're not running too much, and make sure you're getting rest.
Do you have a route or
wherever I fancy?
Wherever you fancy.
Wherever the shoes take me.
Wherever the Converse take me.
So yeah, I got some new running shoes today, and they're blue.
Where are you swimming as well?
Swimming at Leisure. I go to Leisure World, do the lemps.
Sports one.
Yeah, just jump in, do a few lemps, jump out.
Mm.
It's good that it's quite like
that's really cool. That you keep them fit.
Swimming's quite like therapeutic, I think, and it gives me time.
Swimming is fair,
and it gives me time to think.
Exactly.
Like, I do think a lot, but like it gives me time.
You're sitting there in the sauna, just fucking.
And I do just like think about like dumb stuff and like, for instance, like.
So what? Do you get up early for all this stuff? Do you get up early?
No, I'm kind of like I do it when I can, sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
you're like the complete opposite of like actors on Instagram who are like, I wake up at 4 a.m. I get up at 4 a.m.
What, Mark Wahlberg?
Get up at 4 a.m. Never stopping. I get up at 2 a.m. Never stopping.
James.
Haven't had carbs since 1974.
James, gotta get up at 4.
James, gotta get up at 4 a.m.
James.
Sometimes 3, sometimes 2, sometimes I never sleep.
James, gotta get up.
What are you doing? Which bit are you doing?
I don't know.
What bit are you doing? Who's James in this scenario?
James Gordon. He did a sketch about it being like the 4 a.m. club.
Oh, the 4 a.m. club. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, Chris Lee did a bit about that. That was really funny. But you're not like you're doing like the.
I'm not
doing it when you want.
Yeah, I need to get more into a structure, but that'll come.
Mate, I need to get fit, man. It's been so long since I did. Last time I ran was like 3 months ago, and I hate it.
But you're a bartender.
I don't need to be.
You don't need to be fit. You just need to pour the pints and give the punters what they want.
Oh, I don't pour pints anymore.
You just
bottled beer. Yeah. I just open pints. I know it's so lazy, but it's all right because.
Why is Smith's like that? Is that just their thing?
Why is Smith's like that?
Just want a draft or something.
Why they like? No. It's because we haven't got a basement.
The butter and biscuit base, yeah.
we haven't got a butter and biscuit base. So there's nowhere to put the casks.
Okay.
And also that's just more hassle. Obviously, from working at Three Eyes Monkeys, I love draft beer. I think it's the best way you can have beer. But I think it's just the reason why is because they don't want to have to worry about
making sure it's alright and stuff.
Making sure it's alright, because obviously the first and last pint of a keg is going to be awful. It's getting towards the middle is where you're going to have the best stuff, and obviously you got to clean the lines and everything. That's what happened to the Hospital Arms, by the way.
What? It didn't clean its lines.
They didn't clean their lines, so they went. They didn't go bust, but I know they shut down for a bit.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's good local.
Yeah, so you're not drinking that much anymore, though.
I'm doing dry January.
Doing dry January, yeah, that's cool.
And I don't really drink that much anyway.
I started dry January. I got about 3 days in. So I was working.
I just necked a few. Just necked a few of the old cold ones, and now.
Well, no, it was August. Everybody was doing it at work, and then I was like, I can't really be bothered. And then one of the fucking regulars gave me a sip of his double oak, and I was like, double oak Jim Beam double oak, amazing whiskey. Give me a sip of that. I was like, fucking let's go. And then everyone was like, hey, I just saw you do that. Yeah. You're finished. And you're done. And I was like, alright, I'm done then.
And I went,
wait till next year.
Open a beer.
No, I was actually having gin and tonic. That's what, if I'm doing dry January, and if I'm doing the try get fit, gin and slimline tonic is really good.
Gin's quite popular at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the new.
I think it's too popular.
It's been the new thing for about a
year and a bit now.
No, about
10
years, my friend. Sorry, I'm your bartender. I know you have to know these things. Yeah, it's been going on for a bit. It's the new thing, but I don't really care to. We sell gin at. I'm not plugging in this. Everybody knows it exists, or I hope people know it exists. It's one of the longest going bars in Colchester.
But you're plugging it.
Put your plugging it, mate. And we have bottled beer, no draft. You want plenty of gin, plenty of vodka, plenty of whiskey. Yeah, it's alright.
This is where you get more people turning up now.
No. I mean, it's young people. Fucking young people cause trouble. And young people are the best people to kick out. Because we haven't got any bouncers, so we have to kick people out ourselves. And young people...
Excuse me, would you please leave?
Oh, no, that's a great thing. It's not even being polite anymore. Because I'm too annoyed at...
Get
Put your drink... I'm not like Johnny Vick. Oh, put your tea down and get out. Here's a medicine.
So
Benetton. But yeah, kicking them out is a lot of fun. We've had a lot of Philamorantes come in.
okay.
They come in now because they're of age, and I don't believe them. So I'm like, ID, please, and they're like, alright, calm down.
It's my job.
It's my job. You know, like if I'm a police officer and I just see you doing drugs, I'm not gonna be like, hey, keep it under control. Yeah, don't get too crazy. Don't get too loud.
Put your litter in the bin.
Yeah, put your litter in the bin. Community officer.
Yeah.
Pick up the cigarette. No, yeah. Being a bartender is not. It's fun. It's not great fun, but it's fun.
Yeah.
But that's why I brought some of these in.
Christmas beers.
Christmas beers. I talked about in the last podcast. Nobody listened to it. And it was 12 beers of Christmas. My mum got it for me. It's Brewdog.
Perfect.
And it's 12 beers. We're not going to do them all now.
I'm not drinking at all.
Oh, I forgot you're doing giant.
Yeah, so we just talked about that, and now did you want to crack open
I was going to crack open a bit. Oh, it's so funny. I was going to
It looks good though.
I know, yeah. So we got Punk IPA Classic, Dead Pony Club Classic, Indie. I've never had Indie.
Elvis juice.
Elvis juice is real good. Jet Black Heart never had. Hop Fiction never had. That's good. Clockwork Tangerine. I got that in. Oh, I remember that. I was in Centurion, which is now a Centurion.
It's still
Oh, it's still no. It was Pat
like
Malloy's before.
Pat Malloy's and then
And now it's a
O'Neill's.
Centurion.
Yeah.
They're no Neils or
It was O'Neill's, Pat Malloy's, now Centurion.
okay. Fucking Irish, mate. Yeah, I got a Clockwork Tangerine in Centurion, and it was like $5.50. I didn't buy it. My boss bought it for me, and even he was like, "I'm never buying you a beer again."
Why?
I'm like, "Why?" He was like, "You got expensive taste." No, and you're 20. And I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "You can have expensive taste when you're like 30, but when you're 20, see ya." But yeah, a 5 a.m. Saint, Electric India, Raspberry Blitz. You know, Brewdog are very interesting because they're opening up a hotel now.
Are they?
They're opening up a
Do
hotel.
you sell Brewdog at Smith's?
We don't. No. We don't, because it's too much. It costs too much to get in, and it costs too much to move.
Okay, yeah.
So say if we buy a crate, of that cost like a crate like Brewdog costs like 20 quid a crate, and that's for say 12 330s.
Yeah.
We've got to make a profit, so we've got to sell that for about like £5-6 for that.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's not because, and that's
Yeah.
not like we want to sell it for that. We have to sell it
Yeah.
for that in order to actually make enough profit so we can get more.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, we're just buying it and selling it and just keeping
People happy.
people happy, but it just keeps
Yeah,
our money
yeah.
doesn't go anywhere.
And yeah, that's good. I understand. So yeah, they open a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so when you check in, well, it's like a free beer hotel,
Yeah.
kind of. When you check in, you get your first free beer.
Yeah. When you check out, get a free
Check
bit.
that. See you later. Get a free beer.
Yeah.
If you're not driving.
Well, obviously.
That's great when you're checking in because you're not driving. But and there are
Taps.
I forgot the word for that. I don't know how I forgot the word for
What,
that.
taps?
Taps, yeah.
Taps. Pipe.
Because obviously, well, I've just been
Yeah.
grinding it open for you, rather than putting it for you. And yeah, there's taps like throughout the whole hotel.
Yeah.
In your room, you have like secret taps everywhere. Which
This must be really expensive.
that's the thing. That's what I mean. Brewdog is expensive in itself,
Yeah.
but
The
it's
hotel
a
must be
very
mental.
expensive operation because that means every day.
Cleaning the pipes, doing everything.
Well, not just. I mean, it's not just that. It's like you got to clean. Obviously, clean the pipes, but you got to change the casks.
Yeah.
Like if you fucking drink all the casks in your room, you gotta just. Are you gonna phone up the recipe? By the way, I've drunk everything in my room. And they're like,
Legend.
we have an alcoholic. Of course we do. It's a Brewdog hotel. They're all alcoholics.
So like, when maids be told to like change.
That's what I was thinking. That's what it really like blew my mind. So these maids are gonna have to be like well versed in beer, which isn't really a maid's job. You know, if somebody goes into like wanting to do something in the public sector, then I want to work in a hotel. Oh, you gotta learn how to change a car. It's like, no, I don't.
That'd be a fun thing to learn though.
Oh yeah, it's a really fun thing to learn. When I learned it 3-wise, it was like first thing I was like, oh, this is a lot of responsibility in this because. I mean, I'm glad I never did that. That was mainly the kegs of like ales and stuff that you do that for. But I was just doing like the classics like Blue Moon,
Yeah.
Beck's. I don't know why I had Beck's. Beck's was an odd choice.
Cheap beer.
That's the thing, cheap and cheerful, because you got to have at least one cheap beer in a place like that. To keep like the granddads happy who heckle you during your gig, and they're probably a scaffolder.
He was a scaffolder. He wasn't a nice man.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
He wasn't a nice man.
Oh.
Why? Did you think I liked him?
I know. I got that vibe that you were like, you were like, oh, it's all right, because I respect the fact you're doing it.
No, like, I like respected him, but he wasn't a nice. I wouldn't send him a Christmas card.
Yeah.
No, he's not my Christmas card list, but like, I understand that. I understand he had a vocal need in that moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know.
But
why
also,
I thought you'd ever like a heckler, because they're slowing everything down for
I'm just like, what are you doing? Shut up.
Unless you're really good at audience work.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm more. No.
Audience work is annoying though, because
it's fun.
Know the room.
Yeah, it's fun. Like with my set, I can use it being like, "Have we got any teachers in?" And then 9 times out of 10, they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do you teach?" "Oh, geography." "Oh, you're not a real teacher then." "Fuck off, it's colouring in." Like that is like the go-to. "Oh, what do you teach?" "Oh, PE." "Oh, if you can't teach
Can't
PE.
teach properly. Paedophile. See you later.
Teach PE.
That's the thing.
And if you can't teach PE, just don't go into teaching.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Those who can't teach do PE.
Those who can't do PE, go home.
Go home.
And then what was it? Someone said
history's a thing in the past.
Yeah. Someone said they were a physics teacher.
Yeah.
And like, I think he really wanted to say more about it.
Really?
And I looked at him and I was just
That's the thing. He probably didn't have any faith in it.
He looked like he was like a very stereotypical physics teacher. Like I just looked at him and he's probably like worked out already how much he's already drunk and like how long it's going to take him to move his arm to the glass to lift up to drink it and then put it down and the physics and the force that he needs to do that.
45-degree angle, got to do it at least.
So, and I looked at him and he went, "I'm a physics teacher," and then he was about to go, and then I went, "Oh, that's cool."
Exactly. You got to stop him right there before he bores everyone out.
I was just like, I don't need you. I'm not going to be Diary. I'm not going to be stargazing. I'm not.
No.
Or Simon Cox or whatever.
Fucking teachers, man. They love. That's the thing.
They're fun though.
They're a lot of fun because as much as they like their job, some of them do, they actually really know that they hate their job. Yeah. And they know that they know they're talking about it.
But they know they're doing something right.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, you could say it's like the people who pave our roads.
Yes. The pavers.
Because, they're not
the
like...
Romans.
The Romans, yeah. But they're not like screaming on the rooftop saying, "I'm a paver, I am like the Lord and Saviour for your tyres." I am the paver. Wait, I am the paver the city deserves. I'm not the one it needs right now. But no, it's like
Denzel Washington is the paver.
The paver. Oh, Denzel Washington, man. Who's that guy on fucking Match of the Day?
Gary Lineker.
No, the black guy.
You're right.
You're right. I sent that to so many people saying, "Oh, look, Denzel Washington's on Match of the Day."
You can't say that.
And I said, like,
you can't say that.
Whoops, sorry, it was Samuel Jackson. And it just went on.
So it's just getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And then I think it got to like the 15th person I sent it to.
Yeah.
And they sent me a Snapchat back saying, "You're so racist." And I was like, "Who is he?" And then they said the name, like Ian Wright. I was like, "Oh, I don't know that actor."
But you're so funny.
I don't know how to do it.
How do you do it, Tom?
Don't know how to do it.
I remember you sent that to me. I think I just replied racist. Because I was watching. I was watching Match of the Day.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big football.
Because I'm a big football guy. Big football guy. Yeah. Tottenham versus Hotspur. Great game. Great game. Chelsea versus FC class.
This is why we can never talk about sport.
I know, exactly. I
mean, you ruin it for me.
God, everybody talks about it at the bar, like, you should game last night. I always think just IT crowd. Oh, ludicrous display! Ludicrous display, and then they're doing IT crowd. I know. I don't fucking like football. I think it's like, if the rule is with sport, once you get to 18, if you figure out you want to carry on watching it, you do. If you figure out you don't like watching it, you stop watching it. You don't feel obligated.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
did you watch the World Cup or not at all?
I was Classic. I was fine. I was.
I was just. I'm like, it's my foot on the thing.
Do it again then, and we'll fight. Okay, that's good. Because usually you can't do it again. Yeah.
Oh, I did that out.
No, because I was working when the World Cup happened, so I was like out of it. I was out of knowledge. Obviously I was watching it mostly on my phone whilst I was working at the bar. So it was dead in Three Wise. So everybody was at Walkabout, Pat Malloy's, wherever was open at the telly, watching the football.
Players had it on.
Oh yeah. I saw there was fucking the whole commotion. The street.
I don't see the point of that. Like,
What did I?
Like, I remember watching it. I had to watch it like because you have to do like evening sessions at PGL and stuff. I remember watching it with children and like teachers would get annoyed and be like, "These children don't understand what's going on. Like the beauty of the game." And they're like really passionate PE teachers.
Yeah.
They don't understand. Southgate.
Oh, Pete.
Southgate's the one. He's going to lead us. He's going to lead us.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even I got a little bit patriotic about that because
he's becoming a Sir, isn't he?
he is. I know.
Sir Gareth.
What was it that was on his tie, or was it like in the lining of his shirt?
It's coming home.
It's coming on, but I don't think it was. But
Yeah.
that I think that was the only part of the World Cup that annoyed me.
What, Southgate?
No. Love the guy. Love
The waistcoat.
I think he's amazing, and his waistcoats.
What do you like? Oh, what the
It was the
street
It's Coming Home thing,
Oh,
and the street thing. The street thing was annoying because walking into work was a fucking. You can't negotiate that.
Yeah, it's just like I know we get like, but it just brings back hooliganism, which is like I'm like, why are we doing?
Yeah, it's not the 80s. You
Yeah.
know, it's not the 80s, early 90s. You don't see Danny Dyer walking about with Elijah Wood. He's like, Green Street Hooligan, Culver Square Hooligans.
Danny Dyer was not in Green Street. He was in Football Factory. Yeah. Elijah Wood was in Green Street
with Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Early Charlie Hunnam.
Who was in King Arthur, I believe.
I know, I know.
And Sons
that
of
still
Anarchy.
surprises me. That still surprises me.
Oh, little fun fact there for everyone.
I know, yeah.
If they didn't work that out.
Fun fact about Football Factory. My cousin is on the front cover of that.
Really?
I think I can't remember. He was walking past one day, and whilst they were doing the picture for it, and they were like, "Oh, could you come in and do the picture?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So did the picture and everything. He got a copy of it. He doesn't even he likes football, but he supports like Wales or like I think he supports Swansea actually. Great team.
Championship football.
Little League. I don't know. Little League, Wood League. And he bought a copy. He was like, "Oh look, I'm on the back of the."
That's cool.
I was like, that is your face.
That's cool.
Oh, but I didn't care. But yeah, the World Cup, I did follow it. It was
interesting.
It was interesting. I didn't get as emotional, but I did get quite patriotic. I think it was just a good bit of fun for everyone.
It is a good bit of fun. Football's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like British, like patriot. It was quite patriotic.
It was very patriotic. Yeah, it was almost more than the war.
The war.
Oh, the war. Remember the war? Oh, by the way, today.
Yeah.
It is. I'm carrying this on. I know. We were speaking earlier because I carry this.
No, carry on. It's fine. It's fine. I'm enjoying it. It's good natter.
Good.
Good natter.
It's good natter. Nick's and Crowley's conversations. It was
the war.
Fuck. What was I talking about now? I fucking lost it now. Fuck.
Oh, it's in about time. Do you know that remind me of? Have you seen the film About Time?
Yeah,
when the playwright's just like, wait there, and he's just like, I've had dialogue. Yeah, Harry Chapman. He's called in that film.
Is he?
Yeah, played by Harry Chapman. Which is quite interesting.
What was I talking about, man? What were we talking about? We're talking about the war.
Yeah. Let's get off that subject.
Let's get off the... Oh, yeah, that's it. Today is the day of the Brexit deal.
It's just gone on and on.
It's just gone on, yeah.
I'm just like... I feel like what will happen... Whatever happens.
It reminds me of...
And it's quite... It's just a mess we need to get out of, and that's it.
It reminds me of the new season of Cuckoo.
Oh, does it?
A mess. A big mess. Did you watch it?
I've not seen the new season.
I watched the first episode.
It's not very good.
Well, Taylor Lautner's not in it. He's out.
Really?
Yeah, he's out, and they brought in somebody who is Greg Davis's sister.
Oh.
So his American long lost sister. So I'm guessing she's kind of replacing
Taylor Law, has the
Taylor
budget
Lautner
been cut?
has the budget. Well, I don't, probably, but Taylor Lautner, he's not even expensive anymore, is he?
I don't think so. I wouldn't
Because
know.
I loved him in Cuckoo. That's one of some of the best work I've seen him do, actually. To be honest with you, even though he plays an idiot.
Not cheaper by the dozen. Too.
Cheaper by the dozen too. No, I did like him in Cuckoo, but you know you can't. Like the Brexit deal, everybody talks about it at the bar, and I have a strict rule: I don't talk politics at the bar. I don't do it anywhere.
Yeah,
Like, I'm on a night out with friends.
I'm not very I'm not in the loop. I watch it and stuff, and I appreciate people talking about it because it is about our country and about what's going on and stuff. But I will vote. Like if there is a vote, I will vote. I'm quite passionate about that. But at the end of the day, like I feel like
a man stuck in a shell.
I feel like I'm stuck in a well. Oh, what did I? Yeah, no, I just feel like it's a massive mess, and we just need to overcome it and stuff. And someone tweeted the other day, what would happen if Brexit wasn't a thing? And I was like, that's a good point. We'd have a few years of different stuff going on. Maybe we'd sort out domestic stuff.
Oh my god, if we actually sorted out domestic issues.
and sorting out like bigger things that's going on in the world, like Syria and all like refugees trying to come over to this country, and we need to sort that out. That's a big problem.
I mean,
like we need to we need to make sure they're okay because they're in war, and like
right now it seems like it's Brexit and political correctness. That's the main topics of what's in everybody's heads, and I've spoken about this on the podcast before.
Yeah.
And I have a very specific view on not Brexit but the other one, the fucking political correctness. I have a very specific view on that. I don't believe in it. Yeah. I do believe in being politically correct when it needs to be. Yeah. But if I'm trying to make a joke, then no, I'm not going to be politically correct. It's
just like politics isn't really my subject.
No, and I have an opinion in it, but
I wouldn't. I know loads of comedians that do like a routine about it, and they normally start off with like a Brexit joke or like a thing that goes along with it, and like
you can appreciate
I appreciate the jokes and stuff, but like they're like, oh, why don't you go into it because it's like current and stuff. I'm just like, I'm not the person to like say about Brexit, and I'm like I don't know enough. Yeah. I don't think they know enough. The politicians or anyone knows enough about what's going on.
To be honest, it's not like
it's just a miss.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. I mean, it's interesting to what a stand-up comic has to say because obviously they think, oh, they're gonna be funny about it. But the thing is with Brexit is that nobody actually can be asked to talk about it. It's a fucking. You know, like if you have an opinion, like comedians like you can keep it to yourself or make it into a joke. But apart from that, I don't want to hear it. It's with people as well. It's with people as well. Deep. I don't want to hear it because people talk about nights out now. Apparently, like I'm working at the bar, I'll hear like a conversation over there. They're having like a small spat. Yeah. About Brexit. Like you're on a night out. See ya.
Yeah, just enjoy.
Shut up.
Just enjoy company and like it's all about like day to day sort of stuff and like what you've been watching, what you've been listening to.
Exactly,
and like there's more stuff that I feel like.
Sure, it's current.
Like it is current, and like we should care about it.
That shouldn't be an excuse.
But it's
like Donald Trump is current, but I can't be asked to talk about that.
Oh, what's going on in Washington?
Yeah, like government shutdown. Like you're not. Chris D'Elia, he did the best bit about it. He said, "Hey, U.S. government, you're not Blockbuster. You don't need to shut down." but yeah, like. There's so much happening that we don't need to talk about. And
100%.
We live in Brexit.
Yeah, we do.
We live in Brexit. We do live in Brexit right now. And my mum was going on about it last night, and I was just like, I don't want to hear. And she was like, no, because you need to know. So I don't need to know this. If I want to know it, I'll listen. But I don't want to hear.
And like when the time's right, you'll like talk about it and you'll discuss.
Yeah,
but it's one of those like it seems to be dragging on, and like hopefully they'll come to something and they'll like let us all know what's going on, and we can like either vote or we can do something that's in the correct manner. Yeah, and that's all I have to really say about that.
Exactly. Do you know what else is going on and on?
Yeah,
the podcast. Right, I'm gonna try and put things into a nice, neat little bundle.
Okay.
Package it up. and send it off.
Okay, you do that.
Okay, cool. So, is there anything else you want to plug in before we finish?
No, I'm happy.
You're all caught up.
Yeah.
Okay, so so the thing is, I'm gonna try and keep it to a. From now on, I'm gonna try and keep it to at least an hour of talking because Oli said earlier that it was a very long one. It was like an hour and 40 minutes. Wasn't it?
It's good though.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just a solo podcast. Nobody's there to tell you when to shut up. So they're gonna be an hour long now, and I'm gonna start doing another extra mini series, 10-minute rants.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm gonna start doing that as well as the podcast. That way, I don't have to sit myself and talk for so long.
Yeah.
I can do 10-minute little bits
Here and there,
and then I can obviously do a big elongated one every week as well. So I'm gonna start doing that. They might not be 10 minutes. It might be longer. Like maybe they're not gonna be an hour. They're gonna be like maybe 10 to 20 minutes long.
2 hours.
2 hours later, and that's why I hate shoelaces. See ya. But no. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna try and get the Facebook page up and running again because Instagram has had a bit of a decline with the page. So if I could urge everybody to start sharing stuff, like the page, follow it on Instagram. God, I hate sounding like a YouTuber, but when you do a podcast, you kind of are a YouTuber.
You are a YouTuber.
I fucking hate that. But yeah, so I'm gonna start getting the page. If you can follow that, like it, share it. I don't give a fuck. But as long as you listen, if you listen every week, then it's all good. Alright then, I'll end it there. See you later, florists and gardeners. See you in the next one.